Hello and welcome to another episode of Alan Writes. We're working on the big 125, and like last time, I've got a fairly interesting idea of where I want to take things. We'll see if whether or not I can get that onto the page. We're working on it. They've got a plan. They're going to try to figure out how to break into the main villain's pleasure dome. Apparently, I'm using pleasure dome. Okay. Exterior pleasure dome. Really doesn't matter. When did we do this? Rooftop day, 16 hours later, it's going to be night. And if I need to move that around for other reasons, then we do that because whatever. Everything is mutable, and especially in a screenplay. Things get swapped out sometimes at the last minute. Okay. A team of slicers prise open a comm box under the guise of a utility crew and gets to work hacking into the system. Series of shots. All right. A heavily laden truck parks just down the street. I need to say what the pleasure dome. Immutable steel surrounded by lush gardens amid the filthy city. Is a target in ever so many ways. Its layered defenses shoots down birds, batters at gawkers, and gleams in the sun. Metro parks just down the street. All right. A package delivery truck moves to an adjacent loading dock. All right, go back to scene. We've set it up. I'm thinking like the Dark Knight, Christopher Nolan's thing where they introduce the Joker, and you get that intricacy layered thing, and we'll work on it. That's for the director and photography guy to deal with. So we'll work on that later. Back to scene. Jack signs off digitally for entry, and the truck pulls into the loading dock. Interior loading dock. The rear doors of the delivery vehicle. Vehicle open up, revealing plenty of packages. The security crew scans them. Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting. Alright, now we have a twist. They shut the doors. Jack is surprised by this and turns to call out to their leader. The ground drops away. The ground lowers, drops away as the delivery vehicle descends on a lift. I can't say the ground drops away, that's too, on a swift lift. Plunging down and down into the ground. Jack. Well, shit. An image coalesces before him. As Dalsko features are revealed. You again. Yeah. Surprised to see you. Surprised to see you. Didn't figure you'd come personally. Didn't figure you'd come personally. Was a mistake. There are some things you can't delegate. A half ton of high explosives. Is one of them. Okay. The lift jerks to a halt. There is a corridor and a dozen armed men in covered positions just ahead. There's some things you can't delegate. A half ton of it is one of them. Dalsko blinks. His image disappears. Dalsko steps out in person amid the scene. Hold fire. He's got high axe. The armed guards don't like that at all. All right. So where are we going with that? The armed guards don't like that at all. The armed guards don't like that at all. What did you think? Jack slowly opens his side door. His door. What did you think? What's delivering? Trackers and disruptors, like you did in New York back in '73. Reference an old. Oh yeah? Good times. No. That was a soft target. That was a soft target. Didn't want excessive casualties. And now? We still don't want excessive casualties. We still don't want excessive casualties. But casualties may happen. Jack steps out. Which is Tosco. Are you running this show? Are you running this show? Yeah. All of it? Big boss? No. I told you. I'm in it. Oh, I told you. I knew. I told you about why I'm here. Yeah, but the truck abruptly drops from sight. Falls from sight. A blast lid. A blast lid seal slides across the opening. Instant before a mighty explosion rumbles the underground vault. The underground expanse. Yeah, but you, what the? Expensive, but apparently worth it. Expensive, but apparently. And it helps. I suggested this. All right. Now what? take you in. Torture, etc. Jack holds up a hand. He is in a brace that flashes with subtle red lights. Suicide harness. Suicide harness. Oh. Don't worry. It's just for me. It's just for me. I'll be a fine red paste, and you'll be coated with it. But all right. Unless you have allergies. That's, thanks. You're welcome. Why don't we go see your boss? Oh, go see your boss. Just like that? I've got a feeling. Yeah, just like that. Delsko's implant chimes. He listens and then grins. Alright, exterior, pleasure dome. My pleasure dome. Hadrix and a motley band of old soldiers. Sip coffee and prepare themselves with of the art weaponry, state-of-the-art weaponry, with lethal weaponry. It's not state-of-the-art. It doesn't need to be lethal weaponry. Keys her come. You in position? T, you in position? Ready here. Is he out? Not yet. Getting worried. Don't be. He's good with people. Interior elevator. Executive elevator. Delsko and Jack. Jack and Delsko. It's Jack and Delsko. It's Jack's. Step into a beautiful elevator. Bygone times. The doors close. It ascends, and displays. They both look at the old time speakers. Gotta be a first gen. No one else knows how to rip off a prior generation. No comment. The door is open. Interior. Executive offices. There is a step out. Dalsko is briefly confused as to what they are, but a subtle blue light leads him toward a particular set of doors. I always wondered what opulent living was like. Never had enough money. Never cared to spend it like this. The doors ahead swing open to reveal. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning. Car. The reporter from the very first scene. She's dressed conservatively. But she takes pains to put her old-time spectacles on for a brief moment so that Jack is certain to. Hey, it's you from Act 1. Didn't expect this, did you? You faked your own death for no good reason. You faked your death for no good reason? And then pulled the strings here while trying to hide something you didn't need to. I needed the cover. I needed to lead my other life. My other life. I needed to lead my other life. I needed to lead my other life. Okay, okay. This was the best. This was a reason. So, your second or third generation immort? Let me guess. The rebels killed someone you loved, and you want revenge. Blinks. Cara Blinks. To Dalsco. It's an old story. For the past 30 years, some kid has been trying to off me because of what I did in the wars. I did in the wars. Okay. Trying to off me because of what I did in the wars. Sorry, I had to kill an insect there. Somehow got in. My window has the screen has a gap, and I can't open the window, so I don't. But apparently they still get in. That's the way insects work. All right, so we're trying to off me because of what I did in the wars. Who was it? My father. Last month. That's he died of radiation exposure that you gave him. The serum held it off for a long time, but Tim Kirby, Leo Barnes, or Sam Vanderbilt. Narrowed it down. You remember their names? I remember every immort we took down. All the ones who were trying to rule the world with wealth. Trying to rule the world. It was more than a hobby for me. It was more than a hobby for me. Shakes her head. Samuel James Vander was my father. He raised me. He took the time himself. A trillionaire. A trillionaire who changed my... who you couldn't understand. You couldn't understand. Oh, I do. I'm a father. I'm a father. I'm a father as well. That's not true. I keep it well hidden so that the children can't be used against me. Against me. Your father must have the same by giving you an alternate identity. Why news? So I get at the truth. So I can get at the truth. I can see that. Oh. And here we are. And here we are. And here we are. Now what? Kara activates a display, revealing a figure from a propagandist's dream, swathed in stunning black, hooded and cowled. Midnight. The master rebel. Perfect rebel. All I need to know is who this is. That's midnight. That's midnight. The leader of the rebels. I was a rebel, so I know. Snorts a little laugh at Kara. Alright, and we're going to have to end it there because this is half an hour in. We're going to move on to revealing who Midnight really is. I know it's kind of talky rather than... I also have to figure out how Jack is going to get out of this, if he is going to. If you want to be a truly dark thing, he just learns the truth and then decides, well, okay, there I go. He can call himself Midnight if it makes her feel any better, and then he suicides. But that kind of has a very different vibe. Because he's not really sacrificing himself for something. He's sacrificing himself to evade a terrible fate. So, side, switch, and pass. You have children. Do you have children? You can track those down. Absolutely. He gives the names of Dalsko's children. This will force Dalsko to ally with him. That's kind of a brutal way to do it. I don't care. In fact, do we deal with Corin? Activating security. Deactivating security. Letting Hadrix and Fellows in. It's a trap. He won't turn. Tracer has a battle mech. This changes things. I said Tracer was an engineer, so they have made themselves a battle mech, and that's going to wreak a lot of havoc. The tides change. The paid mercs flee. Security. Local security vanishes. Money can buy a lot of things, but loyalty unto death is not one of them. And you find that with a lot of authoritarian regimes. Some people, you know, they give themselves up for an ideal, but not for some bucks, because there's no way to spend it. All right. So anyway, this has been Alan Wrights, the Big 125. I hope you've enjoyed this little walk through it. We're getting somewhere. I'm not sure again how many pages this is. We'll figure that out at the end, and it doesn't really matter. Again, the first part is to get the story down. You can change it, you can edit it, you can expand it, you can contract it. You can do all those things once you have it down on page. So, I hope you enjoyed this. Stay safe out there and take care. Thanks.